Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 5 of my, now, Kingdom of France campaign here in Hearts of Iron for Moereich, and I have forgotten, I needed to pull up the music. So for those of you who don't know, I hope I've been remembering to put it in the description and credit him. I've been listening to a playlist on Shuffle of Adrian von Ziegler's Arabian fantasy music. So that's been the soundtrack for a lot of this campaign. Again, just kind of wanted to change it up. You know, after a couple thousand hours, you get, you know, it all just blurs together. All this, there's a couple that still stand out to me, you know, like Battle of Wuhan, and what else stands out for me? You know, Letters from Home is always good, but even I get tired of it. It's just whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. Just thought it would be a nice change of pace. So, we're dealing with the Republican remnants. Before the end of today's episode, surely we're going to be done with all of this, and we're going to be able to get our new national spirit. I don't think we're going to finish the Trans-Saharan today, but let's try to keep 25 in our political power in our pocket, so that as soon as we can, we could do phase 4, which is going to be really nice and open up some good things for us. And after that, number 1 priority is going to be getting our medium tank manufacturer, I think. You know, the next year, a lot of the big major civil wars are going to start popping off, so we got to keep an eye out on that. Okay, it's far. Muslims cannot eat or drink from sunrise to sunset. Yeah. It's the occasion to learn more about the Islamic faith and its rituals. Yet another really nice portrait. It's so detailed, like this wrist work, you know, all the jewelry, the fabric. There's an animal, really good stuff. Okay, so we could reform the Code de l'Indigent. Expanding communications just give me some flat out political power, which is nice. A lot of good stuff out here to grab, but I want to get that research slot. The sooner the better. Because we're going to need it once we start going hard on the getting the medium tanks up and running right here. Right now it would only take us a year to get here. Less than a year actually, which is good, but we could do better. Meeting with His Holiness. With the long struggle against the Republic finally over, yet another amazing portrait here. The Dauphin Henri de Hollande has embarked on a great diplomatic voyage to introduce the new regime to our allies and neighbors. Well, let me get some drink here. Ooh. Got a caught in my throat there. However, the first stop on this trip will be in Rome, where the princes arrived by plane earlier today. Excuse me. France has long been the eldest daughter of the church, though she certainly has been a rebellious daughter in the last century or so. From one revolution to the next, the church has often been the target of godless revolutionaries and unscrupulous liberals. No official relations between the Holy See and France exist since 1904 and the start of the debate over the separation of church and state, and though relations between the Republic and the papacy had been warmer during the Great War, the subsequent revolution destroyed hopes of détente. The anti-clerical terror that followed, leading many to believe that the eldest daughter was now matricidal. But no more. Like the prodigal son... Excuse me. Something in my throat. Let me get a swig here. A long meeting was held between the two, where it seems His Holiness, or Her Holiness, shared her joy at the return of France among the nations closest to the Church, and her hope that the new regime will remain true to its holy mission, calling for a peaceful transition towards monarchy. It was rumored that the Pope had concerns regarding the rather utilitarian nature of the faith in the eyes of Moereich, but those concerns have apparently been soothed, whether by assurance by the Prince of Moreich's good faith, or by a promise to control these unsavory elements. We'll never know. The meeting No, no one else was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The meeting concluded. Prince Henri announced that a new concordat would be soon signed between the church and the kingdom before solemnly declaring that France would from now on always defend the faith. A joyous occasion. Nice! Political power, hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Very, very nice. So you know what? Maybe I should come over here and expand the communications in the colonies. Mother's Day. Do we already have this event? I don't remember if we had, but basically we're, you know, they're doing Mother's Day. There's a Medal of the French Family and awarded to good mothers of numerous families. Mother's Day is caught on as a popular celebration. It's customary for children to bring home gifts for their mothers, for husbands to make this a special day for wives and their own mothers. Jean III. Okay, yeah, so I think this only pops out after the coronation happens. Reminded women that only you can give to future generations the taste for honest work, this sense of discipline, of modesty, of respect which makes healthy men in a strong nation. You are the source of our Christian civilization and our greatest hope for the future. Ensuring that the incredibly important role of women in society is reminded to all and given the respect it reserves. Bonne fête, maman. Alright. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? We could start getting towards the interwar artillery. But I probably should be taking advantage of, you know, this research bonuses we're getting from our allies. Yeah, so we're not going to start researching the armor until we've gotten this manufacturer. The anti-France. Any good Frenchman knows what's meant by these epithets. Freemasons, Protestants, Jews, and Metics. Working against him. Working against us. We must strike directly at the masters of the Republic. Flames of discord are being fanned. Crush the anti-France. It's going to hurt us for half a year. Not really a big deal. This thing. Division organization, recruitable population. Organization maybe a little bit once we start getting involved in the various civil wars, but mostly who cares. End of the investigations. Finally, we are done with all the Republican stuff. Several months after our coming into power, we have been able to secure the loyalty of most fields of society. The police, the Second Bureau, the politicians, the army, and the common men learn to be loyal to the king and the new regime, and we can hope the remnants of the Republicans will not be trouble anymore. It is possible, however, that we hit too much on the Republicans in some sectors, lowering our efficiency there, or contrarily, that we didn't hit on them enough, which means some parts of the state aren't entirely under our control yet. But ultimately, this can't endanger the regime anymore. In any way, we can thank our Camelots de Roy and our investigators for this well-rounded affair. We can now only hope that this newfound loyalty will last. Long live the king! So, we're going to get the national spirit total Republican purge. Let's review what that means. So, we're going to get better encryption and better daily political power gain, but this is going to hurt our reinforcement rate, our planning speed, our research speed. That's the one that really sucks. Construction speed and division organization. But we'll figure it out in the end. We'll get there. Don't you worry, everybody. And we no longer have resistance. We're getting over 1 point a day right now in political power, which is insane in Kaiserreich terms. Somebody's... They're sabotaging the railways, though. These ingrates! Down here. So, yeah. Just as I was about to say, things are looking better. Lawrence, get over here, please, and deal with that. Thank you. 51 days till we can enter phase 4. The French attack, Ziwaya. Yeah. What's this? Oh, the Baratia Commune War has begun. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just send everybody. Fuck it. Let's crush. Yeah, a strong India will be very, very good for us. Hell yeah. Give it to me. Oh, yeah, some Sleeping Seva. That's the name of this track. Yeah, so if I'm not putting the link to this playlist in the description below, please, please, please remind me. We're just going to keep pumping everything into our light tank divisions for right now. We're going to send everywhere. I'm seeing lots of green bubbles. That's good. Of course, it's going to get a little harder once we get to Calcutta. But damn, this war started early. What happened, I wonder? Oh, and the Bharatiya Communes also war with the Princely Federation because they're going with the... they're refusing the reforms. They dissolved the council, so Princely Federation's got a war on two fronts. Dispute from Saneque. Protestant missionary couple set out for the village after hearing about a small community of young converts who had come under attack by pagan neighbors. Since their arrival, much work has been undertaken to convert more indigenes, but this attracted the attention of a nearby Catholic mission. The local authorities approved the construction. They want us to overturn the local ruling. So there's an issue with Protestants are building churches where only Catholics are supposed to be building churches, I guess. Whatever. We're going to be able to field 31 divisions. Let's try to get there. Come on. Must go faster. Socialists assume full control in Norway. What? Oh, Sylvia Pankhurst won in the Union of Britain. Wow, I thought that only Horner could bring the Norwegian Union out, but I guess just anytime the regular syndicalists do it. I don't know. What are we missing? Tactical bombers? Whatever. Anyway, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, people. We're still ebbing and flowing on that, Man, my stability is really freaking bad right now. There's been an assassination in Chad of a French official. Lose 1 manpower and 25 political power. Oh, no. Okay, is there anything I could do real quick? Guess not. I don't think I care about that much. Or do I want to, like, send in the army? Sending in the army is pretty much always good. I don't like the increased political power cost. That's going to cost me 18 political power, really, so it's 118 I'm actually playing. But we also have a certain amount of weekly change for being in the negatives. We could spike our stability. Nah, screw it, whatever. Leave it be. I'm gonna turn the music down just a pinch. Yeah. Here we go. Get that. Okay, so before the end of the month, we're gonna be done with the current phase of the Trans-Saharan Railway. Come on. You know, this is not where we need to be pushing. We need to be pushing in the more center, but let's at least let everybody okay, wait. In women's suffrage, at the Revolution, women were passive citizens. Yeah, people don't really like to talk about that, how the so-called égalité French Revolution basically did nothing for women. Now, there were a couple of very important things that were involved with women. Obviously, October 10th, 1789 being the big one. But there was, like, the Declaration of the Rights of Women. Anyway, let's move on. It didn't really go far. Citizens who were inherently under the influence and other and as such could not be trusted with the right to vote. In 1848, when the Second Republic was established and universal suffrage was declared, women were excluded from such universality. And they were again excluded in 1870 when the Third Republic was declared. Although there were sympathies among more progressive Republicans for the cause of women's suffrage, they still considered that the vote of women could be used against the Federal Republic. Furthermore, the Parti Radical, dominating French politics and well known for its deep anti-clericism, doubted the independence of women from the Church, a concern that was exacerbated in the years since the exile, as Pope Benedict gonna sneeze. The 15th. Oh. Sorry, headphone users. Gave support for women's suffrage in 1919. The Republic, then at its most vulnerable, could not afford the risk of women voting along either their husband's will or, worse, the church's. Charles Maurras has long defended in Action Française the right of women to vote. Indeed, they had that right in France for centuries before the Revolution, being called to vote in parish, communal, or even regional assemblies, and participating as equals in urban assemblies if they were widowed, for example. And there's more examples, too, like if you were the wife of a blacksmith. Well, I guess that was more of a guild thing, not specific to France, but I was going to say that, if you were the wife of a blacksmith and he died, the guild would teach you how to be a blacksmith so you can have an income. As the participating as equals in urban assemblies if they were widowed, for example. As the church has officially taken a position on the matter, now we have finally freed France from the grasp of the Guises. It is our duty to right the wrongs committed by the Republicans. As such, a royal decree has been published declaring that from now on, women would have the right and duty to participate in politics. But this, and this will increase the popularity of national populism and stabilities. Hey, Republicans, you say that you're radicals for the people, and yet you don't extend the right to vote for women, and yet the God's chosen King of France, Jean III, does. Curious. This has been Turning Point Algios. All right. Let's get in position here. Has everybody landed yet? No? Come on. Let's go. Okay. Uh-oh. What's happening? We're freezing up. Okay. Kind of wish I had everybody in position earlier. Alright, the research improvements are done, and we're getting Lend-Lease. Hell yeah. Okay, let's keep working on this mobile warfare. And, 9 more days here. Wait for it. That artillery stuff's really nice, but I think it can wait. The compliance is kind of alright, but once we get down here to meeting with the local chiefs, that's going to help a lot. Can promote autonomy later. Straight up 75. Let's see, 28. 2 day. Yeah. You know what? I think we're going to do protective inequality. Liberals pretended to make all men equal. This was, of course, folly. Instead, the state must work towards a repartition of societal roles that is beneficial to all. Not out of a pipe dream of equality, but out of a lucid sense of care for our subjects. Yeah. Oh, the decentralization is going to suck. I don't think I even want to go down here. Oh, but at the end I get Le Pays Réel, which is pretty good. La Contre-Révolution. I could do in-parliamentarianism. That'll give me 125. Might be the better long-term investment. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go to in-parliamentarianism. Royal dictatorship. A dictatorship must be set up to lead the difficult transition away from the decadent republique, not a dictatorship of parties of elected officials, which could quickly fall into despotism and the very same corruption the republic suffered from, but a royal dictatorship above petty party quarrels, tempered by a millennium of traditions and paternal care for our public interests. Alright, this area has been surrounded. Let's move. Let's kind of come more here and be driving toward Calcutta and Chittagong. Come on, let's go, people. Get in position, please. Hold on, do I not have a single tank division? What? Oh, well, that's just freaking annoying, isn't it? Gotta be shitting me. How do I not have any tanks? I thought I started with tanks. It's just this This is a terrific picture. Such a great image for when somebody's abdicating, though, which is weird. Oh, isn't she cute? Very detailed here on the blouse. The little Lamont Piaf, the little sparrow, in Parisian slang, has become a sensation in France on both sides of the Mediterranean. Raised in a brothel, she has a great voice. Radio records. Some find her songs scandalous. Others insist they're coded in syndicalist propaganda. She's proven equally controversial in the Commune. She's accused of encouraging bourgeois degeneracy and singing counter-revolutionary propaganda. Maybe we'll hear her perform live someday. Hold on. We can begin phase 4 now. Alright, we will soon be done with all this. You know what? I'm not going to hit it anyway. I know that I said I wanted to prioritize getting the tank designer, but I'm not going to hit it right when before I hit this anyway. So we're going to take this opportunity to maybe go to free trade, actually. The research and factory output is nice, but the fuel gain might be necessary right now. Yeah, it's necessary right now. We got to do that. So maybe we'll hear her perform live one day. Bedouin raid. Let's see. Raiding is a way of life for the Bedouin people. Their largely nomadic lifestyle prohibits them from settling down somewhere habitable and farming to provide for themselves. The harsh climate of the Sahara offers little in the way of life, which only reinforces their need to raid our settlements. Recently, a group of villagers have petitioned our aid in defending their settlement against the raiders. Once or twice a year, the Bedouin ride out of the desert, ransack the town, and ride off, usually with several grazing animals for food. We can say France helps her own, it helps with the compliance, or we can say they must be stronger on their own. They gotta be stronger on their own. I could use that 15 political power. Tough titty kitty. Oh, no. Well, way too ahead of time on there. Yeah, we're going to be able to get that tank so fast. That's right, we don't have freaking reconnaissance. How absurd. Yeah, we're going to need that for sure. Here we go. Swedish army has declared martial law. Oh, so Social Democrats over already? Yep, they are now under Oscar Nygren, who's a paternal autocrat. Okay, we got to get our motorized division out and running as soon as we break through here, so we can get a cutoff of the southern section of the army. And here comes the Second American Civil War. Damn, and I also want to send an attaché too. That's another issue. Thanks for the Lend-Lease. Damn, I have so few rifles. Push through, everybody, push through. Need aggression here, everybody. Alright, the roller dictatorship is done. Time to end parliamentarianism. But I also want to send that attaché. But who am I going to support? I don't know. I guess we'll see what Canada wants to do. I don't think they're sending help to anybody. Got Lend-Lease from Japan going on here. I guess the Federalists might be who I want. What the hell is this? I didn't know this was possible. The Federalists don't even start with Washington, D.C.? What? Dang, this is interesting, because on the one hand, the Combined Syndicates now doesn't have to fight on that extra front. On the other hand, they don't get the New England available to them. Interesting. And then the United States of America, it looks like they're keeping a lot of this. They kept North Texas, and they kept Arkansas, Minnesota. Wow. Kind of anybody's game now. If they can put down the PSA fast, it's the Federalists' game to lose, I think. Very interesting. Very interesting. Miners strike in Senegal. damn it. It's going to cost me 40 freaking political power. Well, might as well take the hit. Nothing else to be done about it. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. How incredibly annoying. But again, if we can just get this encirclement down here, because let's see, they have 21 to 35 divisions. I'm sure most of them are in the north, but still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 35. You know, it isn't nothing. There's no port down here, right? Yeah, they can't get out. They're screwed. The CGTT is starting a strike. The Confédérats Généraux du Travail Tunisiens, General Confederation of the Tunisian Workers, was founded in the 1920s by Muhammad Ali El Hami, a noted sympathizer of the syndicalists beyond the sea. We, of course, quickly put him out at the time and forbade the CGTT, but it didn't stop it from existing underground. The union always was close from the Tunisian nationalists of the Destor party. It's such a cute picture. And the two underground organizations often work together. This time they worked to foment a strike among the Tunis dockers and in several factories in the south of Tunisia and in Tunis. If syndicalist propaganda wasn't already threatening enough, the strikes have also put to the forefront a word of independence for Tunisia. An absurdity, of course, but one these workers seem to believe in. In any way, it's going to be the time for a bit of cleaning in the dockers of the port of Tunis, and if the strikers want to disperse themselves, we will have to send the army. This is the first warning. Return to work or we will have to use force. Alright, we need to be focusing on fixing this crap. Okay. Alright, this looks good to me. Yeah, you also keep heading north. Fill those gaps in, people. Fill those gaps in. You see, you don't need to be doing this. You need to be taking this over here. Very good. Very, very good. You come over here. Like that. Whoa! Entente intervention in America. The Canadian government is consulting with the French government today about the prospect of future intervention in the American Civil War. The Entente cannot abide the prospect of a syndicalist America on Canada's southern border, they say, but they're worried of throwing advice to one of the war's factions and thus are asking our advice. Well, that's interesting. So do we want to help the Federalists, the Pacific, or whatever? I think I want to go Federalists. I'm pretty sure that they can join the Entente afterwards. Let me check that real quick. Or is that tree not open until later? Democracy triumphs. Begin reconstruction. Strengthen democracy. A more perfect union. Fortress America. Here we go. Here we go. Enter the fray. Unlocks decision. Join the Entente. So, yeah. MacArthur can. But do we want Frank Mirman? Also, what did the Canadians do? They've gone social conservative. Okay. I think we're going to maybe try to help MacArthur. I've never seen him in this position. It's interesting. See, you see, the Pacific, though, might align with Japan, which I don't like. So, and then the American Union State could very well end up joining the Kaiser. Because, you know, they help him. Yeah, enter the fray, unlocks join the Reichspakt, and join the Entente. No, I haven't seen MacArthur win in ages, because he's just in such a rough position, but we might be able to make some magic happen here. So I say we support the Federalist government. Canada supports the federal government. Today, the Canadian government declared their support for the United States as the true and only legitimate claimant to the mantle of American leadership in the wake of their Civil War. While stopping short of promising direct military intervention, they have offered to bolster federal forces with equipment and volunteers, as well as an array of military advisors they have requested from the French military. The Canadians state solely that America was required to maintain world order and prevent the dissolution of one of the world's great powers into chaos. We stand ready. So this will increase our max volunteer force by 2. What? Does that mean we can send 4? We need to be at peace, though, to send volunteer force. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't really matter right now. So, yeah, when this parliamentarianism ends, though, I still want to kind of prioritize doing this so we can start working on the medium tanks. But then, on the other hand, we're not going to be able to field tank divisions for a little bit. Not real ones. Look at this. We're already short. We can't even field one. I don't know. Really got to think about this. Right here, Marines, right here. How about you start heading down there so we can properly be encircling those guys. Still dealing with so much resistance to occupation. But you know what? That's going to have to be it for today. All right, so quite a lot, again, happening in that episode. So hopefully in the next one, we'll be able to knock out the Bharatiya Commune, and then for sure the Dominion of India will eventually win out here. Shandong's looking strong out there in China. And then we're going to start getting involved in the Second American Civil War. I think sending that attaché is going to be the higher priority because I'm going to need a lot of army experience to make the templates I want, because I want to make a light tank division, but I also eventually want to make a medium tank division, and I also want to put tanks in with my infantry, so I've got a whole lot to do. But I figure the game plan will probably be we're going to help out the Federalists, help them take out the Pacific States first, and then it's functionally a one-front war from there. On the other hand, there might be something to be said for slicing into the CSA early and taking the industrial heartland. I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm Conquering History Games. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode.